coach first, any injuries and what if you could go over the changes in the squad?
I thought that the game we didn't have a lot of cohesion in the first match. We look a little bit disjointed. So I went back to a lot of the players who we had in the classic. I think they understood the way that I want to play a little bit more than some of the guys who just came in. So not because of any injuries or anything, but also we tried to freshen up the team as much as possible because we need to play a more attacking game in this game.
Okay, you could confirm the players in and out. I noticed Ryan Moore and so on is there. I'm not sure if Joven is there. If you could just
Ryan Moore is in, Nicholas Dillon is in, Dwayne Market is in. All of these players for obvious reasons. Alvin Jones was always in, but he didn't go. And Hackshot Powder because they didn't make the trip, so they're all fresh players in the squad today.
Okay, and Joven is out.
Joven is out, Tristan Hodge is out, Michael Williams is out of the squad for this match day. Sorry? Marcus Joseph is also out. Sadu is out for this game also.
Okay. Is that, I know Michael Williams, for instance, was in the classic and so on, but you just feel that this team better able to get the result in it, essentially? Yeah,
that's the bottom line. Michael is more defensive-minded player. To be honest, I don't think Alvin is, Joven is up to speed. He hasn't played much with his club, and I think he was just off the pace a bit. So it's nothing major, it's just that he was off the pace and he's coming back gradually. So I think that after looking at him the other day, he probably needs a little bit more match practice under his belt before he plays in a full competitive match.
Okay, what about Kahim and Real Gill?
They would be off with the under-20 team. They were in the squad, but the under-20s now leave on Tuesday. So they're doing the final preparation, so they will go the under-20 team.
Any reason for the delay?
Of?
I know they were supposed to leave today, right? The under-20s?
Yeah, just flights, we're trying to get all the guys on one flight and we didn't want to have them fragmented like how the senior team was. So we chose to leave a day later where we could get all of them on one flight.
Okay, Coach, I've interviewed the game from home and a couch. Unfortunately, it's a different view for you watching the game on TV. What were your thoughts on the performance of the team and going into this game here, which comes like a kind of must-win game, what we need to change?
I think that we was very disjointed. I think we weren't compact defensively. I think that offensively we set up the team as Reynolds said to keep the game close in the first half, and we did that, and then we wanted to put on the more expressive players that we have in the team in the second half. So that was basically the game plan. And unfortunately for us, this team didn't really train together for obvious reasons. We had guys play up to the 29th. The A-League and stuff in America, which most of our players come from, they don't stop for international breaks. So we had some real challenges in having the team together and building that team cohesion.
Just having said that, the last few days, you think the team is a little more cohesive. I know you brought back some men to help with the cohesion.
Yeah, but basically, because we had the same problem, the guys, this is the only session that we would actually have before the game, and you're right by saying that. That's why I said that in the opening, that I bring back guys who played with me in the classic, who could add that, who had that synergy with each other for a little bit of a time together, and hoping that we could put together a more cohesive performance.
Is there anything your staff could do to cut back on some of the travel issues?
No, we can't. Nicaragua is actually a nightmare. It was a nightmare to get to, and some of the guys had to travel for 6 hours on a bus from Costa Rica to get over it. It was an absolute nightmare, and I'm never one to make excuses for anything, and I won't do it now. But no, we put in. You see, the problem is that the players that we have, they playing in the American A-League, and most of them is playing in these leagues, and these leagues don't stop. So only on the 30th we could have gotten the players. So when time the 30th, the flights, when we were trying to book the flights way before, there's a lot of flights that was filled and we couldn't get on the flights, and a whole set of that type of problems that we had.
Okay. I'm going over the tactics into the Nicaragua game. Now, Carrington said that you all were playing for a draw.
I don't think he said that. He said we played in the first half to keep the game close. And in the second half, and I said it a little bit earlier, we said that we would then put on the more expressive players. It was very difficult, the flight and the travel that we had. So when we realized what was happening, we saw that we should share the legs and play a big compact game, because the surface is one of those old synthetic surfaces that it have up at Center Excellence. It's very difficult to play on, and it was very challenging for the guys to play on it. They acquitted themselves as well as best as they could.
Now, Carrington did say play for a point. So is it then just a bit of a miscommunication in terms of what he was trying to express, you think?
Well, probably, yeah.
Coming off playing the Bahamas team last year, I mean, it wasn't under your coaching. Seeing that they got the win in their first game, what kind of football can we expect from you?
Well, they also a different team. They have a number of new players in the side, so there's not a team that played last year. And for all, no two games is going to be the same. We believe that they're going to sit deep and try to hold off. Hence the reason I said we brought in a lot more attacking players and attacking-minded players. Tristan Hodge, for instance, is a defensive wing-back, but Jamil Neptune is an attacking wing-back. He likes to go forward, he likes to cross the ball, he likes to score. So that's what we did. We freshened up the team because we did pick 30 players. So we freshened up the team with players who play in a different way. That's what we did.
Guys, we have time for a couple more questions because of the window.
Within a squad of 30 players, this guy seems to be on the outside still, Williams, who plays in El Salvador.
Well, we've been trying to get him for a long time, just as the boys in Canada. We've been trying to get him for a long time. There's always some other reasons why we didn't get him.
What style of play you believe suits this current Trinidad and Tobago team best?
The team that we have, the total group, you mean?
Total group of players you have.
I definitely think a counter-attacking style because we defensively is where we are always found wanting. So I think that we need to play resolute at the back and then play on the break, because we do have good pace up front.
Okay. All right, gentlemen, thank you very much.
Coach, will you be going to the game in St. Vincent?
Travel.
We'll be traveling to the game in St. Vincent.
Well, hopefully. I hope so. Yeah, I'm scheduled to do it. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.